Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I'm really excited for today's unboxing because this is a box that I rarely get, but when I do, it's usually for a reason, and that is Down the Rabbit Hole book box. Down the Rabbit Hole book box is such a cool box. It's a monthly subscription. They also do limited editions, or you can get your one-off boxes. I've never been subscribed to them, but this is my fourth box from them. What they do is every time you will get one book, and inside of that book are little stickers, and when you read the book and get to those stickers, it correlates to a hidden gift or like prize or self-care goodie inside the box that revolves around the theme of the book, usually around the scene that you are reading. I think it's really cool. I've gotten 3 boxes from them prior. I got their White Oleander box, their Stephen King's It box, and their Stephen King Shining box. So naturally, I had to get this massive limited edition Halloween Stephen King Pet Sematary box. Yes, I said Halloween, and you're like, what are you talking about? It's literally the middle of December. Yes, it is. It is currently December 15th. This box was supposed to get here like right before Halloween. They had some delays. They always have delays. Another thing with this box, especially when you get the one-offs, they never ship when they say they're going to. I have just accepted that, but I really love their massive Stephen King boxes, so I do get them. They do currently have a Misery box right now, but it's one of their monthly boxes, so it's only like 5 items. This box, I believe, is going to have anywhere between 10 to 13. That's usually where the It and Shining boxes were, and I will be getting a nice version of Pet Sematary. So instead of like sitting and reading and then coming back to you guys, I've already read Pet Sematary, so I'm just going to open the whole box, do the full spoilers here, and talk you guys through it. I can't remember how much I paid for this box. I tried to look it up in my credit card statements, and I just couldn't find it. But I'm pretty sure it's about $100, give or take. So they are pricey. I know that the like monthly boxes are cheaper because they are smaller. But let's dive into this absolutely massive box. Also, forgive me if I sound a little under the weather. It's because I am. And I've also realized that I've been wearing a lot of pink in my videos recently, which is like just a coincidence because I wear pink quite often, but I don't feel like it's ever translated as much as it has recently in my videos. I usually wear pink, black, or red. So, yeah. Okay, so this is what the box looks like inside. I hope you guys can see it. We used to get like little tiny like specific boxes inside of these big boxes, but it looks like they just kind of packed everything in. The other thing I did want to mention is that I know that I said that this box had a lot of delays. They do always update their website pretty accurately with their shipping delays. You won't get emails sent to you, which is really frustrating, but their website will always have an entire page dedicated to your shipping updates. Okay, so we have the Stephen King's Pet Sematary inspired box right on top, and it's got this little blurb about Pet Sematary in here. And then we do get the inspired Pet Sematary playlist. This is a Spotify playlist. I love that they do this. They like to give you music to listen to while you read. My only issue is a lot of times the music in here has words in it, and I'm really bad with reading music that has words. I need something that's just instrumental for me. But let's keep going. Okay, so then we get a bookmark that says sometimes dead is better. Love that. And here is our book. Now it seems to be the version inspired by, what was it, the 2019 film, the latest film. Which is cool. It's a very pretty cover. My copy of Pet Sematary is really old. I got a used copy from God knows when. So we do have that. And then we have all of our little boxes in here. So I'm going to pull them all out and then we will go through it. We have a lot of stuff in here. I'm going to try and get them numerically because I have 8 over here and 6 here right on top. Do you guys hear about the new Pet Sematary? It's either a movie or like a TV series or a limited series. I'm not sure, but I was really hesitant at first because I was like, I don't need a sequel to Pet Sematary. But it's actually the prequel of that story that, what's his name, Judd Crandall, is telling. Louis Creed, right? That's his name. I'm doing all these names from memory. About like the history of the Pet Sematary. And it is going to be based on something that Stephen King has written previously, and that was originally part of the book. So I'm now even more excited for it. And I don't remember his name, but the actor who plays Mulder in the X-Files, I believe, is going to be in it, which is like awesome. Okay, let me grab all of these gifts. There are a ton of boxes in here. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I think I got everything out. I'm gonna try and organize them. Let's see, I see 2 here, 5. So it looks like we have 10 numerical gifts. This also came with it. We have Brooklyn Brittle, which is cinnamon walnut Italian cookie brittle. It is egg-free, preservative-free, and naturally flavored. Fun, fun, fun. Does that mean it's vegan? Oh no, it's got butter in it. Okay, but this does look really, really fun. And then we have these 3 chais. Yeah, rooibos chai. That's awesome. I love chai. So these don't seem to be gifts. They seem to just be separate. So we have these here. Okay, so now we're going to go through and open the book and figure out the scenes that correlate with these boxes. Also, I'm actually going to read the inside flap just in case you haven't heard of Pet Sematary. It's considered one of Stephen King's most terrifying novels. I don't know if I believe that. I've spoken about this a lot. Maybe I'll do really like an in-depth video on my thoughts on Pet Sematary one day, but people are very divided, but it is considered one of Stephen King's classics. As King says in his introduction, when I'm asked what I consider to be the most frightening book I've ever written, the answer I give comes easily and with no hesitation: Pet Sematary. When Dr. Lewis Creed takes a new job and moves his family to the idyllic rural town of Ludlow, Maine, this new beginning seems too good to be true. Yet despite Ludlow's tranquility, an undercurrent of danger exists here. Those trucks on the road outside the Creeds' beautiful old home travel by just a little too quickly, for one thing, as is evidenced by the makeshift pet cemetery in the nearby woods. Then, there are the warnings to Lewis, both real and from the depths of his nightmares, that he should not venture beyond the borders of this little graveyard. A blood-chilling truth is hidden there, one more terrifying than death itself, and hideously more powerful. An ominous fate befalls anyone who dares to tamper with this forbidden place, as Lewis is about to discover for himself. As the story unfolds, so does a nightmare of the supernatural, one so relentless you might not want to continue reading, but will be unable to stop. There's a reason King put this novel in a drawer for several years, thinking I had finally gone too far. Alright. I'm going to definitely have like a couple spoilers in here, just because I'm kind of assuming if you're watching this video, you've read this book or at least know the general story, because I'm going to talk about the scenes that correlate with the gifts. So let's find let's figure out where gift 1 is. I have to reread this. I haven't read this in forever. This is one of the first Stephen King books I ever read. It actually might have been it was the 3rd, I believe. Because I believe I read Carrie. No, I read Carrie, Misery, Salem's Lot, and then Pet Sematary. Okay, so I have gift 1 is on page 16, and you get this cute little marker right here. We're going to use our handy dandy bookmark to keep spot. And let's see what it is. Now, I loved the Shining and It boxes. I thought they were absolutely fantastic, so I am really excited to see what they do with this one. Are these socks? They are! Okay, so we get little kitty cat socks, which makes absolute sense. One of the main characters of this story is a black cat named Church. I think he's black. Maybe he's not. He's a dark cat. Okay, and so this is when Lewis is first talking to Judd Crandall, and he is telling them about all of the animals that have run into the road and kind of warning his family because they do have a cat as well as children. Let's figure out where scene 2 is. Okay, so on page 67, I'm not going to do this for everyone because I think you guys get the point of like how it looks. We have gift 2. This is for chapter 15. We have gift 2 right here. With our It box, they gave us these bath bombs that were like, they basically turned the bathtub like blood red. They were crazy cool. But I'm thinking these are bath bombs too. It looks like, yes, these are lavender bath bombs. Do we get 2? Yes. Okay, so we do get 2 lavender bath bombs. This is awesome. We did get 2 bath bombs with the last one as well. However, I believe they were larger. They were pretty big bath bombs last time. Now let's see what this has to do with Pet Sematary. Okay, so here it says, oh, so it's about aromas. So it goes, he could smell a faint, lovely scent. Was it attar of roses? And I think this is Lewis flirting with his wife. I'm not 100% sure what happens here, but definitely setting up the positive family relationships that this book starts off with. Okay, and now we will go to gift 3, which is on page 109, which we have right here. This is really weighty. Tell me this is another candle. We got a candle in the It box, and I think it was by the same company, and it was amazing. So this is Take Me to Church by Pet Sematary. It looks like this was made exclusively for Down the Rabbit Hole. Oh my god. This smells amazing. Oh my goodness, does it say what this scent is? It doesn't. I hate when candles don't tell us what their scents are. Oh my god, this smells so good. It's so different. We got like an apple one. This is very wintry, I will say, in the It box, and I still have it. It is just divine. These candles are so great, and they last forever. Like, I keep burning it, and we still have it. So I'm assuming this is going to be a scene about Church. Yes. Okay, this is about the backstory of Church and his name, which is so cute. And they keep talking about Church. Church, he called, but there was only the furnace, muttering and muttering, burning up dollars. The couch in the living room where Church had recently spent most of his time was empty. He was not lying on any of the radiators. Lewis rattled the cat's dish, the one thing absolutely guaranteed to bring Church running if he was in earshot. There's a couple spoilers on that page that I'm trying to avoid. But I do love that. Okay, let's find 4. Okay, so gift 4 we have on 127. See, I feel like these boxes are really fun if you know the story. Ooh, do we get a stopwatch? Interesting. I think we get a stopwatch. We do! Oh my gosh, we get like an old-timey stopwatch. That's awesome. And like I can adjust it. I might have to tinker with how to use this, but I love that. And it comes on like the old-timey chain. That's so cool. Now I have, maybe this has to do with like the track. Let's see what happens here. So it says, he fished a watch out of his pants pocket and flicked the scroll cover back from its face. It's gone 8:30, he said, and snapped the cover closed again. Oh, that's so cool. So it's literally, again, a scene, once again, between Lewis and Judd talking about the time. But I do love that it is a watch very similar to what is in the book. So I don't normally associate Pet Sematary with a stopwatch, but that's very cool. It would look really nice on like one of my curio shelves. I do love doing that. Okay, so let's go to 5. And this is chapter 26 on page 140. So we get this big box here. Oh, what is this? Oh. Well. Okay, so we get a skull mug. Interesting. They did give us a mug also in the It box, and it was like a Losers Club mug, and I love it, and it was like a custom made one, so that was really cool. It had the ironworks on it. This doesn't scream Pet Sematary to me though. It does scream very cool. My husband is super into tiki drinks, so that's very, very tiki style, so that's fun. Let's see what's on this page. I'm assuming it's when they actually go to the burial grounds. Oh, no, it's barely touched glasses of beer stood before them on the checked oilcloth that covered the kitchen table. Okay, so I guess they're in it looks like a bar called the Bear's Den. Sure. That to me feels a little bit like a stretch. The stopwatch I understood a bit more. I kind of wish that maybe this was like, I guess it is technically kind of like a pint glass, but maybe if it was like a cat or something still more Pet Sematary-y. This is still very cool and gothy, and I love it, and it's definitely horror adjacent or horror related, but definitely not screaming Pet Sematary to me. Okay, let's go to gift 6, which seems to be our smallest gift and the one that I keep like bumping into when I grab these, so I'm really curious to see what this one is. And that is on page 175. Oh, okay, was not expecting this. But we do seem to get a little amulet that I just completely dropped. Okay, so we have this little amulet and then a chain for it to go on, which I'm so not going to be able to do with my little press-on nails right now. Getting these little latches undone is so hard. But you do. I'm not quite sure what stone this is. It looks like some kind of agate. And then you get this kind of filigree with it. I hope you guys can see that. I have no idea what this is about and how this relates to Pet Sematary. Let's find out. She stood on the stairs, saw the Tiffany box, and squealed. She pulled out the cotton batting and then just stood there, her mouth slightly agape. He had never bought her a real piece of jewelry before, and he was nervous. Do you like it? She took it out, draped the fine gold chain over her tented fingers, and held the tiny sapphire in the hall light. It twirled lazily, seeming to shoot off cool blue rays. Okay, so I understand the connection there. I think this is, again, a bit of a stretch. The necklace is gold and sapphire in it. This is, I believe, an agate and like some kind of silver metal. But I do like that they did hold on to the concept of blue, and I do kind of like that this is very like witchy, but definitely a stretch in my opinion. Let's move on to gift 7. Okay, so we have gift 7 on page 264, just right here. Looks like some kind of bucket hat, and it is literally just a bucket hat. Okay, so we have Lewis talking, it looks like, and he says, I guess this caps everything, and he said huskily and turned to embrace his wife. Okay. Odd. Don't love that. Let's look at gift 8, which is on page 302. And we have right here. This is a bag. I'm extremely confused why I'm getting such a like bright and cheerful bag in a horror box. Because this isn't just like a box that does like books. Like they pretty much only do horror books. This is a very bright bag. It does have a strap and chain to add to it to make it more of a full bag. It does have a nice pocket in it, but what the hell? Let's see how this relates to Pet Sematary. Her fingers dug at the fabric of her handbag. Oh my god, what was that word? Okay. I've read this book. I don't think Rachel would have this handbag. I'm very confused. Let's go to gift 9. Gift 9 is on 365. And we have it right here. Okay, and we get profanity pencils that just say the F word over and over and over again in a bunch of different ways. It says like busy AF. I can't even say this because like YouTube won't let me, and I don't think I can show you guys either. Yes, we just get these profanity pencils, which I'm like so confused by. And what am I going to use pencils for? Let's see what this says. Okay, yeah, so there's a lot of cursing on this section. And like very, very awful things are starting to happen. I understand that. I'm not going to read it out loud because again, I also can't. Thanks, YouTube. Let's go to gift 10. I'm like really quite annoyed. Okay, so gift 10 is on the epilogue on page 395, which we have right here. I swear to God, if this is another deck of cards, which is 100% what it is, I've gotten 4 boxes from this company, and I've gotten cards. I think this is the 3rd time. Okay, yeah, we literally just get like this pretty metallic deck of cards. I've gotten cards from them before. I am so confused by this. How on earth does this relate to Pet Sematary? Okay, so it says, oh, he saw the Queen of Spades. Okay. I am so disappointed with this box right now because the It box was incredible. The Shining box was really good. They only had like 2 kind of items that I didn't really feel related to the book or like were like a stretch. The whole second half of this is difficult to relate to the book. And we had these beautiful custom postcards for the Overlook Hotel and the postcard that Ben writes, the January Embers postcard. And it was so like beautiful and curated, and it made sense to the book. This, I mean, like the book, the socks, and the candle are honestly the only things in this that are interesting to me. I mean, I'll drink the tea. This has absolutely nothing to do with the book. I will use the bath bombs, and I will eat this brittle thing because it looks delicious. But those have nothing to do with the book. I understand like the stretch for the stopwatch, and I do think it's cool, and I do have to take the tape off so it looks like nice and shiny. Okay, sure. But then we have this mug, which why not be a custom Pet Sematary mug? Why not have church or gauge, great, that would be a little scary, on it, or the actual cemetery on it? This makes absolutely no sense to me. This is bizarre. This necklace, also bizarre. And the playing cards? So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and these stupid pencils that I can't even lift up and show you guys. 5. Like, half the gifts in this make absolutely no sense to me. This is a waste of money, guys. And this is such a bummer because I was so excited for this box because the It and Shining boxes I thought were so strong and custom. This just feels thrown together and like a cash grab. Oh, and the frickin' bucket hat. Why do I have a bucket hat? This is disappointing. Save your money. Don't get this box. Anyways, and now I'm even doubly mad that it took so long to get here. Because when the It box took so long to get here, I was like, I get it. There was a lot of stuff that went into it. This is 3 items less than the It box and underwhelming. Regardless. Anyways, that is my rant. Don't get this box. This is a waste of money. This could be fun though. It just does, nothing screams Pet Sematary. Nothing. Except for the cat's socks and this candle, which does smell bomb. Anyway, that's all that I have for you guys today. As always, I try to post every Monday and Thursday, sometimes on Saturdays. If you enjoy these videos, please hit the like and subscribe buttons down below, and I will catch you all in the next one. Mwah.